Alright, so the night before last, I was lucid two separate times. And so the first time, it started out as a dream going through a hallway it looked like it was in a medieval museum or it was a medieval themed restaurant. But there was like people dressed Renaissance like and people dressed in knight's armor and stuff. So I was walking through that hallway and then walked out of the hallway and into a cafeteria. And the cafeteria wasn't medieval themed, it was just like a regular cafeteria. And became lucid at that point. And it was another one of those times where I didn't actually have to reality check. I could just, I don't know, sometimes I just kind of can tell. It's weird. But yeah, so I walk into this cafeteria and this older lady says something to me. I don't remember what, but it was something like, so that's some medieval hallway, huh? Or something conversational, nothing important, like she was just making conversation. But I just walked by, I didn't even respond to her because I figure this is a dream. She's not a real person. She doesn't need me to respond. But she actually seemed a little bit offended that I just ignored her. Still didn't respond after that though, because it's still just a dream. But that was a little surprising to me that she acted like a real person in that way. So after that, I kind of look around the cafeteria for food to eat, and pretty much then is when that dream changed, and I wasn't lucid again until later that night. So later that night, I'm having a dream that takes place here in this house that I'm currently at. And I get the feeling that it's a dream. So in this case, I'm not just automatically positive that this is a dream at some given point, but I get a feeling that I'm in a dream, so I do a reality check, and it turns out that I am. And did not remember that I wanted to try to manifest something. So what I did do was I flicked open the window with a hand motion command that was just like this flicking motion. And so the first time I do that, the window opens, but there's a bug screen again. And then I do it again, and it gets rid of the bug screen. And it works. So I don't have to do anything else. So I fly out the window, and outside of the window doesn't look like the outside of my house. It looks like there's grass everywhere and trees, but it's not like a forest. It's the trees are pretty few and far between, so it's mostly just like a grassy plain. And there's a bunch of flamingos everywhere. Don't know why, just pink flamingos everywhere. And rather than continuing to fly, I wanted to land because I wanted to just walk around and just savor this dream, right? So it was really nice looking. It was really cool. So now I'm walking through the grass, and I realize that I'm not actually feeling my legs move. I'm hearing them move, but I'm not actually feeling them move. It's kind of like how if you play a video game in the first person and you're controlling the person walking and you're hearing the footsteps, but it's not you. It's not your footsteps. It's not your legs that are moving. It was kind of like that. So what I did to fix that was just focus more on my legs and try to ignore whatever footsteps I was hearing that were not mine. And that pretty much fixed it. So after that, I get the impression that there's some like big guy after me. I've recently been watching playthroughs of Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake. And if you know those games, in both of those games, there's just a huge freakish dude that chases after you. So I got the feeling that one of those guys was coming after me. And I saw in front of me a really big van that looked kind of military-like. And that's when I woke up from that. So yeah, another pair of short ones, which has been the pattern lately. But I was just glad that I had a lucid dream that night because it felt like it had been a week since I had managed to lucid dream. And I was legitimately trying every one of those nights, and it just didn't work like 5 nights in a row. So at that point, I was like, what am I doing wrong? But yeah, the wake back to bed method, I think, pushed me over the edge. So I actually did it twice that night. So I think probably after my first sleep cycle, I woke up and I tried the wake back to bed method. And it had only been maybe like an hour and a half since I went to sleep. And that didn't work. So I didn't become lucid from that. I woke up again after another maybe 2 or 3 cycles at roughly 2 a.m., 2:30. And I realized that I still had not had a lucid dream. I was like, what's the deal? So I get up again, just to use the bathroom, so 2 to 5 minutes, go back to sleep, and then after that is when I have these 2 lucid dreams. So it seems like if you try the wake back to bed method too early in the night, it doesn't seem to work, or at least not as well. So yeah. Next time, I hope I remember to try to manifest something, but we'll see, I guess. And hopefully it doesn't take me as many nights to manage to do another lucid dream. But yeah, as far as the blueberries, I really think they do. If they don't help you have a lucid dream, just period, what I do think they help you do is be aware of waking up from all those different REM cycles. So that way you can either just try to go back to sleep on your back, or you can try to do the wake back to bed. So I definitely think that's a huge help, those blueberries. That's pretty much it though. So thanks for watching. See you next time.